TikTok, you all sure do pick and choose what y'all gonna talk about. Now, when they were advocating for these South African refugees to come over to the United States because they were so-called being mistreated and so-called having their land taken and so-called being raped towards, you all were in agreement with that. But now that they've come over to the United States, no one is talking about that one South African so-called refugee expat that murdered his wife. Why y'all so quiet now? See, y'all already knew that those people were not being persecuted over there. You all knew that they wanted an all-white town. There's videos all over TikTok with this lady saying that they want just a all-white town. And South Africa said, yeah, no, we're not playing that. So now all of a sudden they're being mistreated. And now this man that brought his little funky tail over here, I done murdered that lady. Where's the outrage?
Why do some of us hate white skin so much? And this hate has now extended to white South Africans too, especially the Afrikaner farmers who were given refugee into the United States of America. Many horrible human beings are so mad that the Afrikaners were given refugee status in the United States, and they are not mad because they don't like refugees. Actually, they do love refugees and illegal immigrants a lot, okay? But they just don't like the particular group of refugees simply because these refugees have the wrong skin color, okay? These despicable morons have tried all hateful antics on these poor Afrikaners. They have tried to deny the silent genocide going on in South Africa, which is slowly decimating the Boer population in South Africa. I mean, there is a reason why the percentage of the white South Africans went from 14% back in 1997 to 6 or 7% now in 2025. Now, when these hateful guys saw that there are actually existing proof to the silent exterminations of the farmers, they now resorted to fabricating lies about them just to get other people to hate them. I covered a story about, I think 1 or 2 days ago, about one of the hateful YouTubers who was fabricating fake stories of how the South African refugees cannot speak English, that the South African farmers are too tired of speaking English all day long, and that they want Americans to adopt their Afrikaner language. Now, as childish as that ridiculous lie sounds, these hateful guys actually ran with this story, and their followers and subscribers believed them without question. Now, these guys spent their waking moments looking for any molecule of fake information that they could use to smear the Afrikaner farmers. And yes, this time around, they found one. Take a look. The caption says, Black Americans raged and angered after Afrikaner unalived his wife. Let's watch.
It hasn't even been 30 days, and we're learning that one of the white South Africans has his wife here in America. I'm going to get the details, bring it back to you, but they haven't been here for 30 days and he already his wife on American soil. I'm laughing because we were told that they were being persecuted in South Africa. We were told that they're upstanding, blah, 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 blah. American authorities had to arrest him.
She couldn't be happier at the news. She is ecstatic, okay? At least some bad news coming from these evil African refugees. But the question is her story really credible? Don't worry, you will find out. Let's keep watching.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Right, so in today's episode, you're going to be reacting to a case that has been going viral of an American man who unalived his Afrikaner wife.
Right, and Americans are not taking this news lightly because this is the very same reason why Donald Trump started deporting other immigrants in America. And yet, the ones he was vouching for and even told Americans he would brought as refugees, some of them have started misbehaving, like the case that we're going to be handling today.
Right, let's watch what we have prepared for you and then we come back and talk about it.
Now, these guys are the two individuals peddling this news, okay? They are twins and they've decided to use their platform to amplify and propagate this fake news in order to generate hate towards the Afrikaner refugees. Imagine the abject ignorance of these two, claiming that Donald Trump deported illegal immigrants so that he can bring in a handful of Afrikaner refugees, 59 to be precise. How ridiculous. Now, any sensible individual should have clicked off this video, okay, the moment they made that false claim, because that shows how untruthful and how heavily biased they are. But I'm trying to prove something here, so let's hear them out some more.
And before we go, guys, this is where you talk about double standard and hypocrisy, because cases like this, the media does not really run with it, and they don't expose such things. They don't talk about it as much as they should to shed light, right? But if it was a black couple, they would be talking about black on black crime. Yeah, what can you call this? White on white crime? Anyway, guys, I leave that up to you to decide. Let's watch and then we come back and talk about it. You can let us know what you think about this episode on the comment section.
First and foremost, the media is reporting this, and by this I mean these lies they just told with a straight face. Okay, their fellow fake news media is reporting it. This headline reads: White South African kills girlfriend in Virginia shocker. Afrikaner refugee killed his wife in America. Trump's asylum seeker kills his wife / Americans are furious. South African farmer refugee strangled his wife, and so on and so forth. Okay, so yeah, their fellow fake news outlets are reporting on the fake news using their platform to spread untruthful headlines. They are reporting on it, twins.
Do you know her? No? How about him? Come on, guys. They just got here. They only been here a few weeks. They are part of the posse that was being murked in their country that they have colonized, and Trump brought them over here. But here's the T-ho. This dude has murked his wife. He rustled her up, choked her out, and now she's a useless white crayon somewhere in the box, maybe still in the freezer. Oh, he's been arrested. But here's the thing. White people are bringing crime to this country.
They're bringing crime.
They're drugs mulers. They're just bad people. And your guy Trump said these people was going to make America great. They was going to contribute something to America. Well. They make this shit up.
Trigger warning. Remember those people not too long ago that came from South Africa because they made up a genocide and they were like seeking asylum, and some of them settled in... Yeah, well, one of them already killed his wife.
Congratulations, Orange Pooping Pants Man. You officially have your first murder from yourself, white South African that you decided to give asylum to. Yes, brother man waited when he came here. His wife is a teacher, and he was once upon a time an accountant, not a farmer like they want them to be. Then turn around and suffocate his wife. The name is Towner, Towne, and the wife was a South African teacher, and he was an accountant. Now I'm patiently waiting to see, is he gonna get a pardon? Because you brought his ass here. You told him this is how our country run.
So y'all remember May 12th, right? The Afrikaners, the refugees, the ones that are being so badly persecuted from all the violent black people in Africa, showed up here as refugees for a better life and a photo op with American flags, and all they want to do here was live peacefully, right? But then, like Biggie said, you're dead wrong, because one of them killed his wife.
First of all, my heart goes out to the family of the woman who lost her life at the hands of her evil husband. Okay, it is very appalling to see these individuals laughing and making fun of a deceased woman simply because she has white skin. It is horrible to see these TikTok creators poking fun at a dead young woman simply because she is not of the same race as them. So I sincerely apologize to this lady's memory on behalf of these stupid haters. Now, these people in question are not Afrikaner refugees, okay? The deceased woman, her name is Kim White Town, and her husband is Alexander Town, okay? She is from Cape Town in South Africa, and her husband is a bona fide United States citizen, born and raised. Now, this woman is not an Afrikaner refugee, and her husband is in fact not even a South African to begin with. Kim and her husband, Alexander, met in Dubai a few years ago. They started dating, and along the line, Kim became pregnant, okay? Since it is illegal for unmarried couples to have kids together in Dubai, it is very difficult. It is, the situation is very challenging. Kim and Alexander got married in Dubai on December 2021, making themselves husband and wife. 3 months after their kid was born, Alexander went back to the United States to secure visa for his wife, Kim. He is American, but his wife is South African. They have been living together in the US for close to 3 years now, okay? Many years before the advent of the Afrikaner refugees. According to this news article, last weekend, Alexander, a US citizen and military veteran, told police that an argument had escalated and he had fatally choked his wife. According to reports, he was arrested at the scene and charged with second-degree murder. He is currently being held without bail. So yeah, this is a murder case, okay? This man is evil. This evil man, his wife, his South African wife, and he is going to face the consequences of the law. But this man is not a South African. He is not an Afrikaner, and he is not an Afrikaner refugee in the United States of America. His wife, God rest her soul, is also not an Afrikaner refugee. She is South African, quite all right, but she wasn't among the Afrikaner refugees whom the United States welcomed just last month, okay? She has been living in the United States with her husband, who is a United States citizen, for over 2 years now. So this incident has absolutely nothing to do with the newly invited or newly welcomed refugees from South Africa. I really don't know what these creators derive from peddling fake news. I really don't know. They find it perfectly okay to fabricate lies at the expense of a young woman who just lost her life tragically at the hands of her evil husband. These hate-filled individuals don't care about the feelings of this deceased woman's family, okay? They don't care that they are destroying her image, telling lies with her unfortunate incident, hurting the feelings of her family members, all because they hate her for her skin color. They thought she was, a part of the Afrikaner refugees. They thought she was one of those people who were welcomed. They hated her because her skin color is not the right color of the refugees they want to see in America. These twins claim that if this were to be a black-on-black crime, the internet will be running with it, which is actually a big lie because almost all black-on-black crimes are swept under the carpet. It is always crickets with these black-on-black crimes, but the main reason they themselves are covering this incident and covering it in a very dishonest manner is because they believed that the people involved were Afrikaner refugees and they hated these Afrikaner refugees. They don't care about reporting news in a way that gives people the right information, okay? The only thing they want is to generate and fuel hate and lies in order to keep people divided and hating each other. I keep saying that there should be some sort of severe punishment for people who are spreading fake news. At least if you're going to report on a news, report actual incidents. These fake news creators should be heavily penalized and punished because their lies and misinformation will only cause more problems instead of making things better. I myself will keep calling them out as long as I draw breath, okay? They are more evil than the devil himself and they deserve to be punished. Anyway guys, these are my thoughts, these are my opinions, but feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or buying me a coffee if you like, as a way of supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now.